One of my favorite Valentine's Day treats has always been chocolate-covered strawberries. Even as a bariatric patient, these are still my guilty pleasure. But since discovering this recipe, I can now make them at home, completely sugar-free. Hi guys! If you are looking for recipes to help you succeed with your weight loss journey, you have come to the right place, as strawberries are a fantastic low-carb fruit. First, we need to prep our berries. To wash the berries, I like to use a vinegar wash, which will help to kill any bacteria and also to help brighten our berries. We will use 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water ratio. Trust me, there will be no vinegar taste left behind. Once we have our vinegar wash ready, we just simply add our berries and let them soak for about 5 minutes. Once the 5 minutes has passed, we drain off the dirty water and rinse our berries well with cold water. The salad spinner serves as a bowl, colander, and dryer all in one. Using the spinner will help to fling off a lot of the water that is remaining on the berries after draining. Once I have spun off all the water, I like to place my berries on a cooling rack to finish drying. Placing them on a cooling rack will help to increase airflow around the berries and will aid in faster drying. I recommend giving them at least an hour to make sure they are completely dry. But you can shorten the drying time by patting them dry with a paper towel and then turning them on occasion to help speed up the drying time. Your strawberries must be completely dry or the melted chocolate will not stick properly and it could cause your chocolate to seize. Now that our berries are dry, we can have some fun by decorating them. I like to add lollipop sticks to my strawberries, as that makes them easier to dip in the chocolate and easier to eat as well. You can skip this step if you wish. You can just simply use your fingers to grip the strawberries to dip them in the chocolate. I am adding 1 7-ounce package of sugar-free milk chocolate baking chips by Chalk Zero to my Wilton chocolate melter. And also I'm adding a ½ teaspoon of coconut oil. The sugar-free Chalk Zero chips melt beautifully on their own, so the coconut oil is not necessary, but I feel like it helps the chocolate set up a bit faster once you have dipped your strawberries. The baking chips will take a few minutes to melt in the melter, but it is my preferred method as the chocolate will stay warm, giving you the luxury of working a little bit slower, and there's no need for reheating, which can sometimes cause your chocolate to seize. I'm using the melter for my main dipping chocolate, and then I'll use these disposable paper melting cups to melt the additional baking chips I will be using for decorating. I had these melting cups left over from years ago when I used to decorate cakes, so I'm using them up, but you can melt your chocolate by using the double boiler method or in a microwave safe dish. I will melt my decorating chocolate in the microwave, working with one flavor at a time. Typically 30 seconds works well for me. I just use a 15-second interval method and then stir in between. As I've already mentioned, I will be using milk chocolate for my main dipping chocolate because it's my favorite. I will also be using about 4 ounces of dark chocolate, 4 ounces of milk chocolate, and 4 ounces of strawberry flavored chocolate. I like to use a squeeze bottle for my decorating chocolate because it is easier to work with when creating a drizzle effect, but you can use disposable piping bags, or as a last resort, you can use a spoon. It doesn't turn out quite as pretty with a spoon, but it works in a pinch. I like the Chalk Zero brand best as it has a smoother consistency for melting, but you can use whatever sugar-free chocolate you prefer. I also have these sugar-free sprinkles and sugar-free sanding sugar on hand, so I thought it would be fun to use these as well. Now that I have finished decorating my strawberries, I need to allow them plenty of time to set up. I have placed them on a silicone baking mat to prevent sticking. I like using my silicone mats when I can to prevent waste, but you can use parchment or wax paper if you don't have any mats on hand. These are best eaten right away, but you can store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Just keep in mind, once they have been stored in the refrigerator, they will begin to sweat, so they will only last a day or so in the fridge. I don't recommend freezing them unless you plan on eating them frozen. Thawing them will leave the strawberries mushy. Let's review our macros. For calories, I came up with 56. For total carbs, I came up with 6.2 grams. For net carbs, 2.2 grams. For protein, we have 0.2 grams. And then for our fat, I came up with 4.1 grams. Guys, it's important for you to remember, if you do not use Chalk Zero, your macros are going to be completely different, as the ingredients for Chalk Zero are more keto friendly, if that makes sense. If you enjoyed this recipe, I'm sure you will like this one as well. Click here and check it out. I'll see you guys in the next video.